They say the kitchen is a place of love. For me, it was once a sanctuary, a space where the aroma of sautéed garlic and fresh herbs mingled with laughter and shared dreams. But that all changed the day I found out about Emily's affair. It started like any other Tuesday. I had spent the morning prepping for the dinner rush at La Belle Epoque, the upscale restaurant I had poured my heart into. Emily always came to the restaurant to help during the busy nights, but that evening she didn't show up. A quick phone call revealed her true colors. As I listened to her stumble over her words, my heart shattered. "I'm sorry, Michael, but I..." "Just tell me the truth, Emily. Are you cheating on me?" Silence hung heavy in the air before she finally admitted it, her voice cracking. I felt the world tilt beneath me, the sizzling pans and clattering plates around me fading into a dull roar. When she confessed, it felt like a knife piercing through my chest. I hung up, my hands trembling as I looked at the beautifully plated dishes I had created for the evening. What was the point? I had poured my soul into cooking, yet the one person I thought I could trust had betrayed me. In the weeks that followed, I struggled to navigate the emotional aftermath. Cooking became both a refuge and a torment. I immersed myself in work, pouring my grief into the dishes I created, infusing every bite with the bittersweet flavors of my heartache. Then, an unexpected opportunity presented itself. I learned of a prestigious national cooking competition called Culinary Clash, known for its intense challenges and renowned judges. It was a chance not just to showcase my skills but to channel my pain into something creative and beautiful. I signed up, determined to turn my heartbreak into art. As I began my journey in the competition, I crafted dishes inspired by my emotions. Each plate became a reflection of my journey through betrayal and heartbreak. A warm lobster biscuit symbolized the warmth we once shared, while a delicate chocolate souffle represented the fragility of our relationship, light and airy, but ultimately collapsing under pressure. I infused my dishes with intricate flavors, each bite designed to evoke a memory. I played with contrasting textures, crispy and soft, bitter and sweet, mirroring the emotional rollercoaster I was on. The day of the competition arrived, and I stood before a panel of esteemed judges, their discerning eyes assessing my every move. The atmosphere was electric, buzzing with anticipation as competitors prepared their dishes, each hoping to leave a mark on the culinary world. In the preliminary rounds, I showcased my emotional journey, sharing the stories behind each dish. The judges were captivated, but I was determined to reach the final round. I wanted to prove that I could rise from the ashes of my heartbreak, crafting something extraordinary from the ruins of my past. As I advanced through the rounds, I noticed one competitor, Daniel, a charismatic chef with a seemingly effortless flair. I recognized him as Emily's new partner, a twist of fate that made my heart twist with anger and betrayal all over again. The irony wasn't lost on me. I would now face off against the man who had stolen my wife and my happiness. The final challenge was set. Each chef had to create a 3-course meal that told a story. I felt the weight of the moment pressing down on me. This was my chance to confront my pain head-on, to express everything I felt through the medium I knew best: food. I decided to design my menu to reflect the journey of love and betrayal, starting with an appetizer called Bitter Beginnings. The dish featured a bitter arugula salad, tossed with candied walnuts and drizzled with a tangy vinaigrette. It represented the beginning of my relationship with Emily, the sweetness overshadowed by bitterness, as I now look back on those moments. The main course was a sumptuous heartbreak risotto, creamy and rich with a hint of saffron. I folded in pieces of grilled chicken, a nod to the warmth and security we once shared, but sprinkled with crushed chili flakes, each bite a reminder of the pain she had caused. I served it with a side of roasted vegetables, charred to perfection, representing how I felt scorched by betrayal. Finally, for dessert, I created the collapse, a decadent chocolate lava cake. The exterior was solid, but as the fork pierced through, the molten chocolate flowed out, representing the facade of our perfect marriage and the emotional collapse that followed. I drizzled a raspberry coulis on the plate to symbolize the blood that had been spilled, my heartache laid bare. As the final minutes of the competition approached, I glanced over at Daniel, who was plating his own creations with a confident smile. I felt a rush of adrenaline surge through me. This was not just a competition, it was a chance to confront my past and reclaim my narrative. The judges moved from station to station, sampling each dish. I watched intently as they tasted my creations. Their expressions shifted as they moved from bitter beginnings to heartbreak risotto, and finally to the collapse. I could see the realization dawning on their faces as they experienced my story through each bite. When the judges called for a final deliberation, I took a deep breath, my heart pounding. The moment felt surreal. I was about to face the culmination of my journey through pain and creativity. As the judges announced the winner, I held my breath, the tension palpable. And the winner of this year's culinary clash is... The moment stretched, my heart racing. Michael Reed. I erupted in disbelief, tears of relief and joy flooding my eyes as I accepted the trophy. I had turned my heartache into culinary artistry, proving that from the ashes of betrayal, something beautiful could rise. But the celebration was short-lived. As I stepped off the stage, I spotted Emily in the crowd, her face a mixture of regret and anger. She had come to witness the culmination of my journey, and now she stood there, forced to confront the reality of what she had lost. Michael, she called out, her voice shaking. Can we talk? I hesitated, my heart torn. What's there to say, Emily? You made your choice. I know, and I'm sorry. I never meant for it to end like this, she pleaded, tears streaming down her face. I looked around, realizing the audience was watching our exchange with bated breath. This was the moment I had been waiting for, the chance to confront her betrayal publicly. You know what, Emily? You took everything we built together and threw it away for a fleeting moment of pleasure. You may think you can waltz back into my life and ask for forgiveness, but that's not how it works. I loved you, Michael. I made a mistake, she cried, desperation lacing her words. Love doesn't betray, Emily. I poured my heart into my cooking, and you didn't think twice about breaking ours. The crowd murmured, the tension thick in the air, as I walked away from her, leaving her to grapple with the consequences of her actions. I had reclaimed my narrative not just in my cooking but in my life. In the months that followed, I focused on rebuilding my life. The success of Culinary Clash propelled me forward, offering new opportunities and partnerships. I opened a new restaurant, one that celebrated creativity and resilience. Each dish I created told a story, reminding me that even in the darkest times, passion could triumph over pain. Emily drifted out of my life, her presence fading into the background like a fleeting memory. I learned to embrace the flavors of life, mixing bitterness with sweetness, crafting a future filled with hope and possibility. My culinary journey had transformed my heartbreak into art, allowing me to heal and grow in ways I never thought possible. Through it all, I discovered that love could be a complex recipe, sometimes sweet, sometimes bitter, but ultimately, it was about finding balance and creating something extraordinary from the ingredients life handed me.